Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And on this video we're going to be talking about 12 things that you should know before moving to Houston. I could relate to this video a lot. About 8-9 years ago I did the move. I moved from New York to Houston, and this is things that I've learned, and overall Houston is a good city to live in, and in this video I will explain why. Okay guys, for number 12, we have one of the things that you should know is that Houston is the 4th largest city in the United States. It has about over 2 million people living in Houston. It's also number 1 within Texas itself. So even though there's a lot of people living here, there's still enough space. They're always building. There's always some new subdivision that is being built, and within either Houston or any of their surrounding cities. So even though you might thinking and you're trying to get your own space, don't let that number scare you. Remember, Houston, Texas is the second largest state and within the United States. So yeah, that's a good thing to know. All right guys, point number 11 will be Houston has a big diversity, right? It has a lot of diversity, and there's a ton of different cultures here. I believe that if anything, it speaks over 140 languages. So if you're coming from any of the other 49 states, or you come into another country, you won't feel left out. You know, I believe holding 140 languages spoken in a city, that says a lot. You know, we welcome everybody, and that's something that I've received in Houston. They are very welcoming. And they'll set you who you are. Hey, point number 10, and this is very important, and if anything, this is the majority of reason that people move to Houston, right? And if you're thinking financing, it is. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck on other states, and when you come to Houston, you get to see your money more. You get to do a lot more. So there's more things you could do here just because of financially. Your taxes are, for the most part, are lower, and I've seen a lot of people with minimum salaries buying houses, so you could live comfortable. If that's something that you're looking for, Texas is a good possibility for you. Okay, so just moving along to topic number 9, it's gonna be knowing your area, your geographic, knowing your maps. Houston is a big city, and to make it more complicated, it has little cities or other cities around it. You have Katy, you got the Woodlands, you got Pearland, you got Missouri City, you got Channelview, and it keeps on growing, so knowing where you are and the area surrounded is very important. I guess if you visiting, you could get away with saying that you went to Houston, but you actually stood in Katy, or you actually stood in Pearland. But once you become a Houstonian, that's not gonna fly. You either from Katy, you either from Houston. So knowing your area is very important. Of course, easy ways to do this is just going by Google and learning your surrounding, learning your highways, the inner loop, the outer loop, and of course there's always construction. So knowing these things are very, very important. Moving along with number 8 will be taxes. FYI, if you didn't know, here in Texas overall there's no state taxes, just federal. Okay, so that's that's a saving right there. As well, your property taxes tend to be low compared to California or New York. Regular homes property taxes can vary from 1.5%, and the highest I've seen might be 4%, or even a little bit in the 5%, right? And of course, if you go higher, you probably find higher taxes, but the sales price of those houses or the market value of those houses will be a lot greater. So that's something to know, that you'll be saving at least in that area. Okay guys, so moving along with number 7, it's gonna be restaurants. Like, there's 10,000 different restaurants with all type of different food. So I don't care where you're moving, where you're coming from, but you most likely can find your home food. Okay, if you're moving from China, Japan, South America, Central America, Middle East, Europe, I mean, having at least 10,000 different restaurants that serve different type of food, you're just bound to find your home food, right? Your cultural plate. So I mean, those little things make you feel more like you're at home, so I think that's one of the things that has helped me personally. I am Central American, I speak Spanish, and I love my pupusas, and I feel that has helped me feel more comfortable being here in Houston. Okay guys, moving along with number 6, I'm just gonna start with this dates, June 1st to November 30th. Keep that in mind, don't forget those dates, because why? Those are the dates that here in Houston we fall within hurricane season. Now don't get scared. I know a lot of people hear hurricanes. I know you guys probably see a lot of the news or read articles, and you probably get some horrifying pictures. Yes, Houston does flood. However, there's a lot of areas that do not flood, and there is massive help from all local businesses. Even the government helps here, and keeps everybody alert on how to stay safe and things that you should and shouldn't do when there's a severe storm coming. I know that nobody wants to pass through that experience, but believe me, I have not gone through it because I've been very fortunate. But however, I've seen the city of Houston and surrounding cities come together and help each other. So just be aware, June 1st to November 30th is hurricane season in Houston and surrounding cities. All right guys, so moving along with number 5, and number 5 would be traffic. Okay, I guess with all honesty, no matter where you move, there always gonna be traffic. However, Texas is, after 3-4 o'clock, you better off staying home, staying whatever you were at work till like 6 or 7, because there's gonna be a lot of traffic. Just keep in mind that there's a lot of export going on in Texas. They come and go, and there's a lot of trucks, so that's another cause why there's a lot of traffic here. Even though the freeways they have about 5 different lanes. In Katy, Texas, they have a freeway that has 6 lanes, and there's still traffic. So I say freeway, but if you're from the north, you probably are accustomed to say highway. Just here in Texas, they do things a bit differently. But yeah, keep in mind guys, there's traffic. Houstonians don't like traffic, I think that's normal. I think that's everywhere. Okay guys, moving along, this is very unique I think, and I'm gonna say, is having cookouts, barbecue. Okay, this is really big in Houston. Okay, I might even say the whole Texas. Okay, so if you're moving down here and you can't find a friend, and anybody that you call doesn't want to come out, and anybody that you might think you want to, start building a relationship, and they're not coming out to visit you, or just tell them that you're gonna do a cookout, that you're gonna open the grill, that you're gonna start grilling, and the people will come to you. Okay, Texans, Houstonians like to hang out outside. They like to grill. They like to the steaks, the popping bottles, drinking and all that stuff. So if you wanna create friends and you having a hard time, all you gotta do is put out flyers saying that you're having a cookout or a barbecue grill, and that should be good enough to start building relationships. Have I done it? I think I should. Number 3, guys, and number 3 is sports. I could definitely tell you by experience that Houstonians are loyal to their sports. It doesn't matter if they're losing, it doesn't matter if they're the best, and it doesn't matter if they cheated. Oops. Joking. Nevertheless, the Houston sports teams are for the baseball is the Astros, for basketball is Houston Rockets, and for football is Houston Texans. When you first come here, they definitely will invite you to join the home team. However, even if you don't, because you're probably loyal to your own team, they will definitely respect that. I think that Houstonians have a way of doing that, even though they might want you to join, but they're never gonna force you to do something that you don't want to, and they won't treat you any different from that. So that's something that I've learned from Houston fans. They might always tell you, hey, join the Astros, cheer for the Astros, cheer for the Houston Texans, and even if you joking around, of course, and you tell them no, they'll still love you. All right, guys, and for number 2 is things that you should know about Houston is that Houston is known for the medical field. Okay, they have one of the best treatments when it comes to certain diseases or conditions. I've seen numerous clients of mine move to Houston or any of the surrounding cities just because they could receive a treatment that they cannot receive in their state or country. So you might want to look into that, depending if this might be a beneficial for you, or we all not getting younger. We all have parents. We all have a different situation. So if this might be a benefit for you, it's something to consider to moving to Houston or surrounding cities. All right, guys, you made it to number 1. I really appreciate it, you staying this long watching my videos. Remember, if you can just hit the like button and leave a comment, hit the bell, or just do all of those things. I'm new to this. So number 1, where I believe that it brings the whole city together. I'm talking about schools together, communities. It brings private businesses. That is the rodeo. If you ever come to Houston, make sure that it's between February and March. That's when the rodeo is happening. If you ever want to see the city of Houston come together and give you a big wow and a big show, I think you should come and check it out. You could really see how we all get along. So yeah, I think that's pretty something special, being part of that. I've personally gone and visited, and I had a blast. If you have a family, you could definitely, your kids will have fun. There's concerts, there's food, there's rides, there's animals, you name it, you know. It's a good place to it's a good place to take the family and have a good time. All right, guys, so those are all my points, things that you should know about Houston. I hope this helped in one way or another. If you have any comments, or did I put them in the wrong order, or if you think that I forgot anything, please comment below, and I'll make sure to add it. But I really appreciate it, and I hope I see you on the next video.